So, just trying to watch a lot of different things as you're going. So your hands look great.
Okay.
In other words, your technique. So that's looking good. So if we were watching without the sound, we might be like, wow, she's great. Now, fortunately, no. But you're making good progress with this. I think this piece is probably a little harder than it might seem at first glance. It makes you do a lot of moving out of the 5-finger position. So what I'd like to do is go through this hands apart, and I want to see, especially with both hands, but especially the right hand, I guess. Let's figure out where it's really necessary to look at your hand. So that's one thing I was watching. I was watching your eyes, and I thought, I think you're looking at your hand a bit too much.
Okay.
Now there is a spot where you need to look.
Okay, so.
And what you should do there is, because you're coming to the end of the phrase, I saw you do this the first time too, is really just stretch your hand. That's, ouch. And you don't really have to do that. And so if you don't have to do that, there's really no reason to. And you can get away with leaving off that note, and just that short pause that you give yourself between here and here is just enough to move your hand and avoid this uncomfortable stretch.
Okay.
So watch my hand. And so you see how it kind of leap off there? So try to think about that leaping motion.
Okay.
Now this time, play from here. This time actually watch your hand. Yeah, watch your hand as you get to here.
Okay.
Now that's the other part of that, is making sure that you land on your one there.
So it would be like.
Yeah, so what causes that problem?
I always put my 3 instead of the 4.
Okay, so what can we do about that? Let's circle a 4, yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, try that once more, and this time let's see if we can just think about leaping off of that B.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be legato there.
Okay.
So again, go ahead and watch and listen. So it's a very short pause, but it's enough time for me to leap here, and I feel no strain at all in here. So see if you can do that, and notice if there's a strain in your hand in here from stretching your 1 and your 2 out. So that's something to think about. Let's go on. I saw you look though.
Yeah.
Okay, now see if you can, and it's really tricky to always catch yourself. It's really useful to have someone, and it doesn't have to be a teacher like me, but I mean you can even get your sister to say, okay, Maya, just watch my eyes, and if I look, just raise your hand.
Okay.
Yes, let's start from measure 17.
Okay.
Now, I think you might have been thrown off by playing a G chord, sort of a G chord here instead of an F chord. So try this again. Just remember, you can go from C to F. You've done this a million times with your fingers. Okay. Now this time, look at your hand and focus on the feeling in your hand. So this this is when if you're stuck, if you are doing something and you think, oh, I should be able to do this without looking at my hand, but I can't for whatever reason, that might be a time to actually look at your hand and say, okay, I need to practice this. I need to work on this. But in order to learn this, I can't just beat my head against the wall and play all these wrong notes. I'm going to look at my hand. But as you look and play it, you focus on that feeling in your hand, and you say, okay, I want to get my hand to learn what it feels like to go from the C chord to the F chord.
Okay,
So give that a try, measure 17. Okay, good. Now this time without looking. Good. Tell yourself how to do it. Yeah. Yes. Let's try the right hand.
Okay.
Yes. Now let's focus on this rhythm.
Okay.
Try this again.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay, so this time I'm going to play it, and I want you just to clap the rhythm.
Okay.
And ready, clap.
Okay.
So listen once.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And try and count along with me. Ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I wrote listen and count here. Did you do that?
I did.
You did. Okay. All right. Good. So now try and clap, count and clap, and I'll help you.
Okay.
Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Nicely done.
Okay.
Now this time try and count and play.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. So you're getting here a bit early. This time I'm going to count with you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And try to play soft. Perfect. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Now let's just start here this time. But just to remind you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, good, good. So I think working on these two things, for the most part, the rhythms and, well, three, I guess, not looking and using the correct fingerings, that will be a good week for you.
Okay.
Now, if you feel like you're doing well with all three of those things, then at that point I would go back and start to add the pedal and dynamics.
Okay. Okay.
Now let me write that down for you, and then let's look at something new.
Okay.